Okay, Okay. Hold on. Now, hold up. Let me see. Hold up. I believe this is roughly as ready as I'm going to get, I guess. Something like that. Anyway, hello. My hair is a mess, but whatever. I don't want to look like trash for hours. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. All right, I just didn't want to look like garbage. Anyway, hello. SolarLune here. Sorry for being late. I started getting set up to stream and then forgot that my camera was unplugged, and I was wondering like, why can't I see anything? What's going on? But hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How's everybody feeling today? Everyone in chatland. Hope everyone's doing well. Yes, hello. So I'm SolarLune. I'm an independent game developer and programmer and stuff, and I've been working on stuff, and it's going rather well. So I'll show you. I'll show you guys. Come on. So master plan should be good to go. I managed to suss out some issues, get things squared away. I am using GitHub Actions to build it now. I was using AppVeyor before, and then I moved to cross-building it directly from my computer, which was fine. But then I ran into an issue recently where for some reason the cross-build didn't function. It wasn't working. And on top of that, I would need to build the Linux version from a virtual machine anyway, because I'm working on Manjaro, which has a newer version of libraries. So it has a newer version of libc. So if anyone's using like an older version or a different version of a different distribution of Linux with an older version of libc, they wouldn't be able to run master plan. So if I have to build on Ubuntu anyway, like Ubuntu 20.04 or something like that, then I might as well use a build service like AppVeyor or GitHub Actions, which is what I'm using now, and it's working well. This is the build script for master plan. So the builds, I got them, downloaded them. Tested Linux, works perfectly fine. I was able to run Windows on Linux through Wine, which is good. So I'll test it on my laptop here, and then I'll also test it on Mac, just to make sure it boots. And then after that, it'll be uploaded to the internet for people to use. So sorry that it's taken so long to get to this stage, but fortunately, we're basically done. Or I'm basically done. I'll upload it probably today, probably after the stream, and then you'll be able to test it out and, use the latest version of master plan, which is great. Fantastic. So that's good. That's great. Now, this game that I've been working on, I'd like to actually finish it in some sort of time, in some basic concept of time. So we'll see if we can get some significant portion of work done today. Let me just, I'm a little warm. Let me take my jacket off, I guess. Yeah, I suppose that's fine. I'm warmer than I anticipated, I think. All right. Go over there. Be gone with you, for I am about to create. All right. So let's get some music. People are saying the music was good. Thank you very much. Track goes hard. Ziotic says hello. Hello to everyone in chat. Yeah, let's go with this one. There we go. All right. So last time we were working with not master plan, this game, Shut In / Who Am I? Who I Am? Something like that. What's the name of it? Who Am I? Who Am I? Also, hold on. Let me just do something real quick. Hold up. There we go. Yes. Cool. Okay. So yes. So who am I? I don't know if I don't really like that name actually. I remember I said I wanted to change it to something like It Breeds Fear. That's what we'll go with. Okay. So, yes, we've been making a pretty good amount of progress here. So I think what we would like to do is a couple of things. One is that we would like to kind of get started on making more content. And then also I want to plan some more. I want to plan some more as to, you know, what the game is going to look like and how it's going to work and stuff. So we will do that next. I'll take a look at the plan and then we'll go from there. We got a couple of maps. Not draw calls, but the render time is low because we're cutting down on the number of triangles we're rendering by simply rendering fewer triangles, which is good. If they're off screen, we don't render them anymore. That saves on frame time considerably in real world circumstances, which is great. Yeah, okay, this is good. This is very solid, very quality. Feels like 3D. Feels like just a regular 3D game from the 1990s, which is good. All right, so yeah, we're gonna be cracking away on this. All right, so I would like to. Let's see, do I have the? I do. Okay, so we'll use this version of master plan. All right. So, okay, so this is the main room. This is the street. So we have a pod that holds a spare key. We break it with a crowbar we get from the construction site. We have a vending machine we'll have to make here. There will be a quarter underneath something here. There will be a neighbor guy who says he hasn't seen this person in this house in over a month. So we'll need houses. We will need a vending machine, a construction site. So we'll need some stuff. All right, well that's fine. We can definitely make some stuff. Let me plan a little bit more. Oh, that's right. Let me just write this down. I was out at night yesterday, and passed by like a house, like a two-story apartment building, and the top apartment, like all the lights were out, but the top apartment had a red light, like outside the sliding glass door on the balcony. And that was kind of creepy. I like that though. I like the general feel. So I'm gonna keep. I want to write this down. I would like to add a room with a red light. Also, with only a red light. Also, the game. I'm gonna write this down as well. The game is not to be taken literally. Or I should have room to expand. There we go. I should have room to expand into the. Hello. I should have room to expand into the. What would you say? The not metaphysical. Into the like. Not theoretical. What's the term for like? It's not to be taken literally. It is a meta, not a meta commentary. What's the word? I can't think of the word. Where it's like you have like when you write a book and you say a person is like he was being submerged in water. He was lost in like it's a metaphorical. So basically, something that I've been metaphorical. Exactly. Thank you, Roxy. Smile for Roxy. Thanks for joining. But yeah, basically, something that I would like to do for this is I would like to basically, make something that feels realistic, in some respects, but also has some room to do things that doesn't make sense in physical space. So, you have this game where you're going through a house, but, inside of a room in the house, you have this giant space or something like that. Or it goes deep down underground or something. It doesn't always have to be like literal. Because if you have a game like this where it's literal, then it's like, okay, you go through 5 rooms. Like, you know, it's going to be really short because the house isn't that big. But if we say, well, it's supposed to be metaphorical, you're not supposed to be literally going through room to room, but really you're kind of going through like almost concept to concept with the, you know, with basically dealing with this person you're trying to find. You're getting to, you know, by moving through the house, you're like literally you're moving through the house, but metaphorically you're like going into this person's life. So we'll kind of veer a little bit heavier on that side of like the metaphorical for interesting visuals or interesting places. But yeah, so let's see. So I guess the thing we should do is really talk or think about who this person is. So let's see. So as I recall, yeah, all the artificial intelligences, all the AI, all the robots in the house, or really the only beings in the house are robots, and all the robots were made by this person you're trying to find, Peter, who lives in the back of the house, who basically is somewhere in the house. So why is he scared? And why is he scared? And there's Peter. And this is the room with Peter, where he's just dead center. But the idea is Peter is scared of something. That's why he's scared of you, I suppose. You are the debt collector. You're coming to basically make him pay up / pressure him, i.e. hurt him. That's who you play as you walk through this house. And you don't want to be who you are, and you know, you're basically learning more about both of these characters. So I think I would like a kind of double layer examination in this game, or a double layer kind of like feel, where you think you're going through the game to learn more about this guy, Peter, the guy you're going to find, when really you're learning more about the person you're playing as, Richard. You're playing more or learning more about his existence, who he is. So it's like I want you to kind of like start the game thinking like, oh yeah, I'm learning more about Peter, you know, I'm learning more about this tragic person, when really you are the tragic person in addition. So I want basically, I guess, 2 layers, one that talks about Peter, one that talks about Richard, and we will examine both of them through the course of the game. So let's do that. So Peter, what is his flaw? And Richard, what is his flaw? So Peter is scared. He's let fear basically like box him into his house to the point where he doesn't go out, he doesn't engage with people. At the beginning of the game, you talk to a neighbor and he says he hasn't seen Peter in over a month. So at this point, Peter is very much, you know what, let's say like 3 months. So at this point, Peter is very, he's very secluded, to the point where it's worrisome, right? Okay. So his flaw is he basically lets fear control him. And Richard has the same flaw, but maybe they have 2 different fears. So Peter is scared of something, Richard is scared of something else, right? So Richard is doing something that he doesn't really agree with, he doesn't really want to do, but he's scared to change. They're both scared to change. Okay. I like that. I like that because that forms the camaraderie at the end of the game, when inevitably you find Peter and you basically help him, you know, kind of rehabilitate. So it makes sense that Richard would kind of be the person to do that, because he's in a similar space in life. He's just kind of in a different position. He's in a kind of different, like a different side of the same coin, essentially. So so both characters basically let fear control him. So he's scared of maybe not being different, but maybe scared of the unknown. Whereas Peter is scared of failing. All of his robots are defective in some way, when really like the fact that anyone can even make robots is already impressive. But to Peter, all of his creations are failures. He's a perfectionist. Okay. So all of his robots are defective in some way. So he's basically afraid of failing, afraid of, yeah. Obtained second prize at festival. Bernard says any 3.js games in the future. I don't use 3.js, but this game is 3D that I'm working on. So yes, if you count now as being the future. Bernard, hello. I suppose. Meanwhile, Richard is scared of the unknown. He works as a mafia enforcer, afraid of yeah, I like that. So he's scared of the unknown, and he's afraid of being hated and coming to terms with his crimes. I like that. Oh, I didn't even see your question. I'm sorry, Roxy. What other games made you want to create something like this? I don't know. Well, there's the game I was working on previously, which is I Know Who I Am. That was a little big, and I kind of got distracted making this, which is a 3D engine, and then I'm making something in the engine to kind of like, you know, make sure it works and everything. So this isn't going to be very big. This is going to be basically kind of like a slice of the previous game I was working on. But yeah, the previous game I was working on was kind of this concept where you go through a city and you talk to different people and help solve their problems. And I like the idea of basically, you know, not every game needs to be violent. Not every game needs to be, you know, aggressive. Some games, or many, really, you know, they're considering how you can make a game about anything. It's kind of crazy that most games are about violence. Like that's just the nature of most games. It's just like you're attacking or beating or killing or shooting or whatever, something or somebody else. Like there's more. We can do more with games. So I think, I don't know, I wanted to try to make something that is kind of different, but also approachable by a variety of different people. It doesn't have to be where only hardcore people play it or only gamers play it. A lot of people can play it, like a book, where it's not really like, you know, only kids read books, or only, you know, boring people read books, or only old people read. Like everybody can read a book. A book has no entry, has no barrier to entry. So I wanted something kind of similar, where it's like the game is kind of simple and it's really just a kind of an excuse to examine these people and examine this world they live in. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what made me decide to create something like this as opposed to what other games made me decide to make something like this. I don't know. But I recently played a game called Primordia that was a lot of fun. A good game. It's an adventure game where you play a robot who's like trying to there's kind of a few different concepts in the game that I think are really well executed. It's basically like you play a robot who's going on an adventure to get back an item that was stolen from him, and it's very deep in terms of like the themes and the concepts involved. The examination of it is pretty good. Bernard says, I agree, the least violent game I ever played was Pokemon. Yeah, you fight until someone gets knocked out. Americans don't have non-violent game options aside from sports for the most part. Yeah, I mean, like, there's not very many. So I want to try to make something. I want to just try to like examine spaces and worlds and stuff. I think that there's a lot of games that focus on combat, and I feel like a lot of fun can come from examination of spaces, examination of people, talking to people, learning about their story. Is not always, it doesn't have to be violent. It doesn't have to be aggressive. I think it's more like, I don't know. I feel like drama is a good concept for a game. Okay, so we have the basic concept here for the characters. So with this, all of his robots being defective in some way, that helps you, or that kind of informs you as to the problems we're going to face in making these characters, making these robots. They have to all not work somehow. Or at least they don't have to, but they will all not work somehow, which is good because solving those problems or working around those problems is what you will do as the main character, Richard. And as you do so, you basically talk to these robots and they basically are like, well, I'm made for a purpose. If I, want to break out of that, it's impossible for me because I'm not a human. And that basically gets Richard thinking like, am I just a robot or am I more than what I've been made to do? Can I do something else? Can I change? Can I grow? Or am I just a machine? Yeah, and I think it's very interesting because like he will compare himself against the robots while also the robots telling him like, well, if you did something wrong, you have to go to jail. Like that's what like a robot is just gonna be like, if you did something wrong, you have to tell somebody about it. Like they have no concept of lying. Robots don't lie. They're just like, well, that's what happened. And so it's very different. I think Richard will kind of bounce off of Peter's creations. And it's interesting. They kind of will inform each other. I like that idea. I think this dynamic is interesting and works well. Okay, so let me write that down. Write some of this down. Okay. Bernard says, what kind of game would you collaborate on, or are you a lone wolf coder? I basically do everything myself. I don't work with other people in general, not because I don't like people, but because if I worked with other people, for a company, I would work on other games, which probably would be violent because that's just what most games are, unless it's like a mobile game, puzzle game or something like that, which I could do. But if I was to have people working with me, I don't know the logistics of that. I don't have the money to pay them, and I don't know the logistics, the legal logistics involved in like getting, I guess, a contractor, like contracting people to work with me. But also, I don't feel like I'm good enough at the planning stage. I'm getting there. I feel like this is a good plan. This feels solid. This feels like I can piece this together. But until now, I don't feel like I've really been in control of like a project to the point where it's like I would be able to tell somebody, this is what we're going to be working on. This is, the project, or this is the plan, and we need to have this much done by this time, and hold them to the schedule and hold myself to the schedule. I'm not there yet. But if I were to get to the point where I'm like, really on point with planning, I feel like I could do it. So basically, and also I don't feel like every game necessitates working with other people. If you can do everything yourself, or if the game isn't big enough, if it's a relatively small game, then you're good. This game, as an example, I would like to have done ideally before the end of February, but that's just 2 weeks. Maybe I can crank it out, but I would like to have it done in basically a month. I was thinking end of February. But that was like at the beginning / end of January or the beginning of February. So now that we're halfway through, I don't know if I'll be able to make it. But if I can make it, if I can squeeze this out by the end of February or sometime in January, sometime in March rather, that'd be great. So we'll see. You know, if this particular game is small enough where I feel like I don't really need that much assistance, this is a pretty straightforward game. Okay, change. Something I had, some idea I had right there is maybe there's a scene where a robot is like about to get crushed or something. And let's see. Bernard says, I think you have tech lead skills. I want to start a YouTube channel for my dev and startups. You were showing the way. Love the memes. See you later. Okay. thanks for showing up, Bernard. I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I can kind of get there. Maybe technical lead. Maybe. Yeah, maybe so. Robot about to get crushed. So yeah, I like the idea that there's a robot who's about to get crushed or something, and Richard wants to save it, but he can't because the robot can't deviate from its programming. So that scene is kind of a pivotal scene to get for something, you know, destroyed, crushed, whatever. That's kind of a pivotal scene to basically kind of galvanize Richard's decision to do something. He, like, at that point, you kind of should kind of see coming that Richard is not going to go to see Peter and just like be the same person. Like, after this, this is no longer the same Richard as the Richard who started the game. He has been changed by this process. All right, so I like this. This is good. There's a couple of things here. What I'd like to do is maybe set a limit on how big this game is, because it's easy to just, like, you know, spiral out of control in terms of planning. I don't want to do that. I want this to be doable, and like I said, I'd like it to be done in the next 2 to 4 weeks, something like that. So let's say we set a limit on the number of maps. Maybe we'll, you know, that'll be flexible. Maybe we'll say there's 10 maps, which is, you know, 10 areas. Individual screens essentially at the beginning of planning, i.e. now, but then once we get further in, we stretch that a little bit and add a couple scenes as filler, or just to, you know, allow transport or whatever. So we're not going to hold super hard to this, but we want some sort of like indication of how many, you know, how big the game is, as well as to kind of limit our scope. So let's limit our scope before we get too far. So if the general idea is that the AI, the artificial intelligence is, or the robots in the house are all defective, then that means that we have to go through several robots, right? You can't just have 1 or 2 and be like, they're all defective. You have to have, like, you know, a considerable number, at least 3 or 4, to say they are all defective. Maybe we only have 2 or 3 actual robots you interact with in a meaningful way, but there's other robots that are defective that you just observe, that you can talk to or whatever, but they just are there for flavor, and that gives the impression that they're all defective. So that allows us to hit this point that he is scared of failing. He feels like a failure because all of his robots are defective. They are all broken. It's easier to do that, you know, from a developer standpoint. If we don't have to actually craft interactions for all of these robots, we can just, you know, have you talk to some and be like, oh yeah, it's broken. So so let's do that. Let's set the limit. So we'll say the limit, map limit, let's say the limit is 1, 2, 3. So there's at least 3 rooms here. 4, 5, 6. Let's say the limit is 8 rooms. You can move back and forth at will. So you might, you know, go cycle between 3 or 4 rooms, and in over an hour, you might cycle between 2 and the second room in the game, you know, for the next hour. So, you know, there might be situations where moving back and forth extends the length of the game. But in terms of the total number of rooms, let's say there's 8. That allows us to have this room, this room, this room, and then 5 more, which is that's pretty good. I think we could do that. I think that'd be fine. Yeah, let's start off with 8 rooms. Let's say you have basically one puzzle per room. One main puzzle or lore dump per room. So this is kind of a more, well, there's a puzzle really in each of these rooms. Yeah, previously I said it's either going to be a puzzle room or a lore room. That is perhaps a good idea, but for now these two are both puzzle rooms. This was a lore room. This is basically, just became a puzzle room. So let's make a lore room. Let's make a lore room. And for what a lore room is a room where you get story, basically. It's not too much about the gameplay. It's really just maybe an area where you have a cinematic, or an area where you read books or whatever to kind of like, you know, kind of get, what's the word? Invested in the story. So for the lore room, let's see, for the lore room. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention. So I ended up basically not doing that system I was talking about previously for the, like, for the map where the where the cells like shift, like they basically stay planted as you resize the map. Now it just works the way you would kind of expect it to, like this. But if you want to shift elements, you can just go into the palette menu and then just shift it like that. So that's cool. All right, so yeah. Yeah, I want to try to make it so that we at least plan out a lot of rooms. I want maybe a design, maybe something like this. There we go. I want to plan out a significant number of rooms. Double clicking would be cool to be able to summon the colors. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Okay, we don't want. So something like this. So this goes here. So this is primarily a lore room. Let's move this up here. Move this over here. All right, so this is the characters area. All right, it's here. We can move this. Let's move every. We'll move this. We can move that there, I guess. No, I actually like it where it was. Okay. Room with only a red light. Okay, so we got the puzzle rooms. Puzzle rooms. This is gonna be a lore room. This is gonna be the library, I guess. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So we probably want to try like. Why did I? Yeah, we could just do it this way. There we go. There we go. All right, so we probably want to plan out, you know, a significant number of rooms before we start working on them. That's why I would like to have a little bit more planning. Maybe we do a little bit of planning before working on the actual game every stream, so that we kind of like, you know, make some progress in both directions, both in terms of like mentally preparing the game as well as actually doing work. So yeah, maybe like for the first hour, I'll be planning roughly. So we have like, yeah, maybe not the first hour, but roughly until now. So, so I don't want a library here. What would be a good piece of lore? Well, since you are learning more about Peter this entire time, this could be about Richard. So this would be a Richard room. In this Richard-focused room, you have to do something that challenges Richard. Like, you have to do something that Richard maybe doesn't want to do, but he has to kind of move on. So maybe he has to burn books, or maybe he has to, a little bit of Fahrenheit 451. But maybe he has to do something, you know, do something where you learn more about Richard. Like maybe he wanted to be in robotics, or maybe he wanted to be kind of like an intellectual kind of person, but obviously he became, you know, kind of just a gangster, just a mobster. So he kind of gave up on that, but he always had this dream. And so you kind of get this scene where he has to do something he doesn't want to do because it reminds him of his past. So maybe, what did he want to do? What did Richard always want to do? He wants to change now, or at least in this process, he wants to change. But Richard wanted to, he wanted to be an astronaut. He wanted to be a chef. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, okay. He always wanted to be a chef. But after his father's restaurant went under. No, after his father's restaurant, what's the word? It like went into debt. He was a promising chef. For his father's restaurant. When it went into debt, his father sold the restaurant into, or really sold it, or took out a loan to the mob who bombed the restaurant. Or not bombed, but I mean like who basically set it on fire. No, that's their investment. They wouldn't do that. He took out a loan to the mob. He lost the restaurant. Richard became an enforcer. Okay, so that gives me more room. So basically, Richard was a chef for his father's restaurant. He was doing really well, but his father's restaurant started to go down. He went into debt. So his father took out a loan to the mob. He couldn't pay it back. He lost the restaurant, and then Richard becomes an enforcer for the mob because they need to collect. So his father basically sold him to the mob. Okay, more or less. So this is good. Roxy says you could open a book maybe with pictures when he was younger of him cooking and baking, and then bills next to it showing what you're saying. Yeah, and it's like, this wouldn't be in this house because this is Peter's house. You wouldn't have this in Peter's house. But maybe it's metaphorical. Like, you're not supposed to actually be looking at literally all of the things or doing all of the things that you see in the game. Like, it's not literal. So this room could transport you to the outside of the restaurant. Like, I want something kind of interesting and dramatic. Like, if you go through this door and it just looks like another room, you might not get that it's like, you know, not literal. But if you go through this door and suddenly you're on the street at a different location, you know, and everything's maybe gray or like sepia toned, everything's brown, that kind of gives you the idea that this is in the past. And Richard could be in his normal colors, but the entire landscape is brown or black and white. That is interesting. And then you could go into the restaurant and basically, you know, read some books or look at some pictures, whatever. Then you have to maybe waste food or like throw all the food on the ground, and then you move on to the next room. So I like that idea. I like that idea because it gives a very definite feel. So from here, this will be the street. This is the restaurant interior. There's the table. Okay, so this is gonna be sick, dude. I'm kind of getting hyped now. So these are the tables. This is the desk. We can actually get some color here. This is, ends of the street. Okay, and then here's the door. I gotta change that behavior, but I'm not sure how. I'm not sure what I want to do with that. All right, maybe I can make it an option in the settings. All right, so this is good. This is good. These are all tables. Just like this. I mean, I guess we could actually just draw a table. That's fine. Excuse me, I'm all choked up already. All right. Yeah, 32 by 32. So this is gonna be a table. We will just bonk, 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 bonk. Something like this. Okay, give me brown. All right. This is a fine table for now. All right. It's actually pretty bad. Let's try to fix it. Surely we can do better. Okay, this is slightly better. That's fine. All right, so we will put tables here. Spline table bonk. Oops. There we go. Okay, so here's horrible, absolutely just god awful tables. We have to do better. We gotta do better than that. Like, I can't even tell it's tables. Let's do this. This might be a little better. Okay. No, wait. That would work, but what's wrong with... Well, I guess we could just do this, actually. Let's just make it so you can see the top part of the table. That's better. All right, cool. That should be better. All right, save, reload. Oh, we have to actually restart for it to detect it. There we go. All right, that's fine. Okay, so you have to throw the food on the ground to find the key. So where's the interactable icon? So, and then we'll put a key there. Okay, so I like this idea. I like this idea. Kevin Morelli says, is that master plan? Yeah, this is master plan. All right, this is good. I like this a lot. I like the idea that you have to waste food, because it's like, to a chef, it's such a waste, and it just, I don't know. It feels like the kind of thing that would be. Oh man, what if he was also in there? What if you have to like destroy the food crates to find the key to move on, and you are also there saying stop? Like, you are, like, Richard is also there, like, pleading. Oh, this is getting good. All right, this is getting good, dude. This is getting good. Yeah, I like this. It doesn't have to be Richard specifically, but like somebody. You would assume it's Richard. Maybe once you get through the entire game, but like, it doesn't have to look like Richard. It could just be like a kind of vague humanoid form. It doesn't have to look like Richard specifically, the player specifically, but it could. It doesn't have to, but it can. Richard or a shadow form version of him is here pleading. Stop. To destroy. It's excellent. This is gonna be sick, dude. Okay. Key here. There we go. All right. So this is really shaping up. This is really shaping up here. I guess we don't have to. So this is locked. This is not. There we go. All right. So yeah, we have a few rooms now. We have a few rooms, and this is gonna be sick. All right. All right. Yeah, we're. This is kind of sick, dude. Like, I'm finally like using master plan have a little heavily. Now that I've like, you know, figured out the bugs and stuff, and it's like, this is actually, I see why the people are like, this is kind of sick. I kind of see why people say that the software I made is kind of sick, because it's kind of sick. Like, it actually is, like, it kind of does, it kind of do be working though. All right, so this is good. This is good. Also, let me, while I'm doing this, let me see what's our, yeah, 97 megabytes of GPU memory. That's not bad at all. Not bad. Okay. What's our... can I filter out master plan? Oh. Oh, search. Oh. Filter. There we go. Master plan. Oh, not very much. Okay. We're good. Okay. Well, this is good. Oh, wait. 38%. A lot of that is probably elsewhere, I'd imagine. Let me close this. 37, 34, 35. Okay, then it's doing pretty well. All right, fantastic. Okay, so yeah, this is where I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good about this. I'm feeling real good about this. So let's get working now. We got some content to make. We got stuff to do. Let's do it. All right, so we made some cones last time, so this is going to be the thing that blocks you off, that prevents you from leaving this area. For now, what we'll do is we'll just kind of block out some stuff. I'll also copy these cones. We probably can put them all in the same map, same object actually. Music Boy J Boy, hello, welcome to the stream. How's it going? We will move these. Let me commit the changes I made actually before I do anything. Yeah, because we've done quite a bit. Okay. Planning, movement changes. Yeah. All right, so we'll go with this. There we go. Music Boy says I'm good. How about you? I'm doing pretty well. We're kind of cracked. I think we might be just a smidge cracked when it comes to planning. Because over the past like hour, I've been planning this game, and it's like I'm feeling like this is gonna be pretty good. We got stuff, dude. We got content. We got words. We got ideas. This is getting pretty good. This is getting pretty good. Okay. All right. So now, yeah. So we went ahead and committed our changes. So now we can go ahead and do this. That I was going to do. We can take all these cones, not the ground, move it around here, and we will join them all together. It is a, oh. Which was the original cone? This one. There we go. So now these are all together. Can we shift align center? Origin to center of mass volume. Okay. So now all these cones are a single entity here. And they can all be... Yeah, it can be AABB too. That's fine. AABB baby. AABB, what's the word? Collision. That's fine. So we'll save this. We will export this. I just want to make sure it actually works the way I envision it. Okay. Alright, so yeah, so there's the AABB. We should not be able to walk through. There we go. And it's all the way across. Excellent, excellent. Oh. Oh, interesting. Is it shifted over? It is. Huh, why is it... Is it that the center is different from where it expects to be? It's shifted over by a cone to the left. Essentially. It should be one cone over to the right. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Let's go to Tetra 3D. We will go to bounce AABB. So I don't think, yeah, I don't think the size is the issue. I think the hold on. The rotation is not, there's no rotation, okay. So it's exactly this big. Let me take a look here. Scene. Do my bounds. Let's see. Scene. All right. Add children. New ABB with height and depth. Actually, let's do this. Parsing. Let's see what we're looking at here. Okay, so the cone is here, and the bounding AABB is at 0, 0, but it's still off. Yeah, it's still off. Oh. It might wait. It's because the center... Oh, okay. Alright. So, like, if we did this... We would need the... I see. Okay, I see. There's no problem with our code with the Tetra 3D. I believe the issue is with where we're placing the bounding box. So when we do this... We want the bounding box... to be smash. Dimensions.center. I believe that might do it. So instead of being 0, 0, 0, the bounding box should be offset now. Let's see. Oh, did I delete the... I did. I still need to see. Hierarchy. Okay, so now the cone, the bounding box is off. You can see it's moved, yeah. And I think that should work. There we go. Okay. Now it's proper. Now it's positioned correctly. All right, now we can actually walk into it all the way across. All right, we're good, we're good, we're good. Yeah. Excellent. Wonderful. Okay. All right. Okay, okay. All right, cool. So we will commit this because I don't want to I don't want to make big commits. I want to make small commits. Clone codes. All right. Yes, so that's working. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we can push this over on this side. And then we can start working on the rest of the street. So according to this, there should be, I mean, we don't need 2 sets of houses. We can stop it at 1, really. So let's just stop it at 1 because we don't need a whole bunch. We'll need to make this bend at some point as well. I don't like these fence objects. They're not really even. There's the, okay. One, two, three, 4. That's 8. Okay. So it could be something like this. Excuse me. All right, that is good. That is good. Okay, I kind of like the extra room on the left side. I guess we can actually play around with this a little bit. 8. How many across? 1, 2, 3. 24, 6, 12, 18. Okay. This is fine. Let's say this is fine. I really just wanted to kind of get the corner going. So let's do that. I also am not a huge fan of this lip. Can you really even see the lip when you're running around? I don't really know that you can. Yeah, I guess you can. Yeah, you can see it. It would definitely cut down on triangles if we didn't have to draw it though. I guess it's fine. Okay, so we will make a corner here. It might be good to separate this into its own object, so let's do that. Snap to grid. Okay. Okay. Let's go to tile set. All right. All right, let's put that there. Give me a vertex color. Okay. It's very inefficient, by the way. I'm like making this in tiles. It would be better if I just had one repeating plane instead of a... Well, I guess at some point we would need to have... Well, yeah, this is fine. Never mind. Okay, so now we can go ahead and put the street down. This goes down like... Is that exactly 0.1. Yep. Let's do this. There we go. Distance. Okay, good. Now I think about it, that was completely unnecessary. Never mind. Let's see. Block is kind of square. I guess that's fine. We can always make it look better later. We don't have to worry about that right now. Snap cursor to active 3. Rotate like that. All right. Boom. Boom. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. I guess it should be 3 wide, or should the street be wider? I guess it would be. Let's go with just 3 wide for now. I'm not sure how wide the street should be. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, oops. Bad. There we go. Oh, whoops. I just delete those faces. There we go. All right, so this is going pretty well. Going pretty well. Let's put that there. Okay. Oh yeah, that's true. We'll need cones. Oh, maybe we should just put the We could do something like this, and then put cones like here. That might be good. Yeah. For now, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to just these two. For now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just basically make the corner house the interesting house, the house we're going into. I'm not going to worry about the rest. There we go. So you get to walk around along the gate. Okay. All right, and then we will put these here. Like that. Okay. I'm not worrying too much about a lot of stuff right now. Okay. All right, now we're going to copy these fences, move them down here. There we go. We will copy these cones and move use them judiciously, like so. We can delete these. There we go. All right, and then we can some more grass in here. I know I just deleted some grass not too long ago, but forgive me, I'm not a very forward-thinking person. I don't think all of the time. Sometimes I don't think. All right, so we're gonna need a construction area, which is gonna be sand and, you know, girders and stuff. So we'll put that in this area over here. What was in our map? Vending machine and quarter. So I think maybe this would also be fenced off. So we'll fence it off like this until we get to the construction area, which is like right around here. So like right in this area, we're gonna kick it back maybe like that. Yeah, that's probably fine. Actually, we probably want it to be further in, like that. Okay, so I think that should be good. We're gonna kick this additional back like that. This is gonna be sand, which we do not have, I don't think. No, we do not have sand. We will mix sand. All right. Also, we will be changing the music. Give me something else. Yeah. Yeah, more banger. All right. Sand. Pocket sand. I actually want it to be here. Yeah. No, I can't do that. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I need the sand to tile, so I'm going to put it over here. Okay. All right, there we go. That's at least enough to start with. All right, now we'll fix the inevitable problems here. Oops. Like that. Like this. Oh, Zyrex says music is very quiet. Well, I'm very quiet right now. That might be why. I can kick it up a little bit. Where is it at? Here it is. Let's kick it up to maybe. Wait, was that negative 42 before? How about like right around there? We boost up by 10. Well, boosted up by 10 decibels. Yeah. Let me know if that's too loud, if you can't hear me anymore. That looks pretty good for sand. Yeah, I think that's a good start. Definitely a good start. We will call this sand. Or no, it's going to be on the tile set. That's right. Okay, so now we can turn off tiling. We can replace this with another color. We can kind of anti-alias this just a smidge. That is that good. That good. All right. That good, dude. This is oof. All right, so we're gonna anti-alias here, like so. And that's something I've been trying to do more often is with this specific thing. It seems like it's better to go for heavy like colors and then just like do more with them than to go light colors and do less. I guess that's to be expected, but I don't know. It seems like a kind of an interesting thing to me. All right, so wait. Yeah, we're making like the bottom right corner heavy, so we will. Do something like this. See how this looks if we tile it in. Okay, so this needs to go. Okay. It's getting there. Dawn Yan says, love the dithering. Thank you. I feel like it's, I don't usually dither, but I feel like for sand, it's kind of like you would expect to see it. It gives a little bit more of a visual boost, I think. All right. Let's do the same thing here. Straight up, just am not sure if I'm doing this correctly. Like if this will look right, but seems like it's pretty good sand texture. We will turn that off. Maybe we can kind of. I think we can probably kick it out a little bit there. Here. Excellent. All right, I think we're basically there. I really want to save this. I keep trying to save it, but I can't because I don't think it was going to be here. All right. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good sand. We can do a little bit more shadows on this point. Something like that. Looks a little hard like rock, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be super perfect. Doesn't look properly sandy enough, but that's all right. Tile mode is pretty useful. Oh yeah, definitely. Without that, this would be a lot harder. Without the tile mode here. All right, so this is fine. We'll call this fine. Okay, we're gonna add a little, you know, bits of grain and stuff here and there. Nothing too heavy. Some rocks. Let me get some darker rocks. Yeah. I think this is gonna be too noisy, but this is fine. We'll call this fine. All right, so there's our sand. That's what we'll be using. Let's go back to Blender. At some point, we're gonna probably need to, and this probably would be chain link and not this fancy gate. Where's the chain link fence? What does it look like? It looks like that. Okay. Lowe's, save me. Got it. They would probably use actually like movable chain link objects like this, like chain link, like pieces rather than like a single strip, because they didn't put it there. It's not like they built the city with an under constructed building. The building got put there right after the city was built, so the gate, the chain link would be like movable pieces. So that's what we're gonna do. We will we'll make this the amount of objects. I guess we'll make objects. Okay, so we'll do this thusly. Is that 60? Yeah, okay. Okay. What I'm gonna do, actually, to make this a little easier, there we go, is I'm gonna make the pieces and then, excuse me, put the frame on top. Because I'm not sure how this is gonna look in terms of like visuals, I will do it thusly. Like I just want to try this out in terms of like how a single link will look, or piece. Well, I guess we'll just make a full set like that. Say okay. Reload. There we go. So now we're gonna grab cursor to selected. Gonna add a plane, rotate it like this, raise it up. This is, yeah, it should be alpha clip. There we go. All right, this can go and use alpha clip. Backface coloring off. Okay. All right, we will put this like so. We will put this here. We will. Okay, so the idea is that a piece is going to be something like this. Can we get vertex going? Thank you. So it's going to be a little big. That's fine for now, I suppose. Hold on. Why are these so small? Are you able / going to do animated textures with this? I'm not sure what you mean by with this. Do you mean like with Tetra 3D? Because like textures and texturing, like textures that get drawn in Tetra 3D are just ordinary Ebiton images. So however you would do animated tiles in like a 2D game, that is how you would do it with Tetra 3D. So I don't have any plans to do anything special for it, because I shouldn't have to. It should basically just work. That's the idea. That feels a little better. All right, let's see how this looks. Well, I guess we can kind of. Do something like that. Let's save that. Export this as GLTF. Now, I'm not sure if we will. Oh wait, is this? No, it's this. There we go. Yeah, so like animated textures should just work. We shouldn't have to do anything special. Oh my gosh. Is it? It's rotating? It's rotating? I'm trying to think of why that might be happening before I look at the code. It's rotating. Why would it be rotating? But our sand texture looks sick though. You see it when it went by? This is pretty sick. I don't know. I don't think I... Oh, I do have this in here. Plane 003. It must have been just left over. Okay. Yeah, the player doesn't rotate anything, does he? He does not. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now it's there. So that's good, that's good. The player's trapped in a heck of his own invention. Where is here? Where is the player being spawned? Oh, it's here. Okay. Let's move him out. Alright, we can move that over. This needs to be collision enabled. Triangles, save. Alright, export this. Let's see how this looks. Alright. So you can go around it, okay. Alright, so you got cones. The cones should probably start right around here. Okay, so you can't go that far that way, okay. I think I kind of want a run button. Okay. Sand starts a little aggressively, but it does look like sand. It might be a little big too. I think I need the space to be smaller. I think I need like everything to be just not as big. So we will cut things down. This will be out a little bit further so you just can't see as far. That might be it, but I think this could probably be cut down like that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this goes up. Comes in. All right, so this seems to. I didn't even notice I forgot to take a look at the fencing. But yeah, it's. I gotta still work out the scale of stuff. It feels like some things are just a little bit too big. I feel like we're kind of getting there. I think this should work. Save, export, GLTF. I think I want this to kind of dip down a little bit, but I'm not sure. Kind of like run kind of low, like it kind of slopes in, but I'm not sure if the engine will handle that. If my physics engine will handle it, but we can give it a shot, see what happens. Okay. Oh, we still have to enable collision. All right, so that is a little tall. He's drifting. That was weird. He just was drifting. Interesting problem. Okay, well, in any case, this I'm not sure why that was happening, but sure. All right, so I feel like the fence is too. I think it might be a combination of two things. I guess the primary problem is. Okay, I think I see what the issue is. I think the overall height of it is fine. I think the issue rather. Why can't I shrink it? Why is... Oh, there we go. Okay. So yeah, I think the overall height is fine. I think the issue rather is... Yeah, exactly. Donyan says the gaps and links are too wide. Yeah, you could just slip through. They might need to be a quarter of the size. Yeah. So we'll see if this looks a little bit better. And then at this point, I guess it's fine. It seems like it works. It works okay. It looks okay. So we'll just do that and then just like boop, boop. Yeah. And then give me like this. We kind of have a little bit of depth here, I think. I think it's probably too thick too. I think the fence. Well, no, because maybe once it gets smaller, it'll be okay. All right. So the idea here, yeah, I guess actually. There we go. Something like this. Yeah, something like that. We will export this and see how this looks. Oh, wait, and collision. We need to make these collidable. Alright, save, export, GLTF. I guess we can add a few. I think maybe I'll start working on the add-on to like make it so that these custom properties actually are just easier to work with. Both custom properties and collision settings both should be easier to work with than their current incarnations, which are annoying. Okay, better. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, let's fix up this here. I think, is it just this? Because these are rotated, I guess that might be the only issue. Let's see. I guess we could just make them all in the front. There we go. Okay. And we might as well put this here in the corner. I wonder if we could do something like this. Let's try some. Yeah, let's try something just a little different. It just looks a little interesting. Now we still have to export this because the textures are blended in. But that lets us see it, and I don't like the way it looks. It might be good if all of it was like this color, though. Feels a little bit more visually interesting. Sure, why not? Yeah. Okay. All right. Looks interesting. Yeah, looks good. All right. Yeah, the sand. I don't like the dots. These little dots. So I didn't notice that was there. Okay. Yeah, let's keep it relatively simple. All right. Better. All right, so now we can just kind of keep going here. We're gonna rotate these around. Can I pivot off of the median point? Thank you. I see what I'm doing. All right, so here's gonna be like a crane and a like a toolbox and stuff. We have to put a vending machine over here. Let's give maybe a little bit more room for the player to interact with it. We could kick the... I guess we can just do something like this. Like, I want just a little bit of room for the vending machine. We can also put a tree there, because we'll need trees. Now, trees, let's do trees, because that's kind of a key part of everything. There was an app that made trees. It's not Speed Tree. It was called I don't remember the name of it. What about, is there a Blender add-on for trees? I will take this over here. Let's see. This add-on creates trees. It's already here? Oh. Or do I have to enable it? I don't see it. Let's see. Okay, I guess there must be... Maybe? Do you have to enable it? I guess you must have to enable it. Let's see. Does it come with Blender? It does. I'm not sure if this will work though, because of the nature of what I'm doing. Is it bevel, custom shape, preset? Oh, it's here. Okay. I see. Okay. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Leaves, show leaves. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be too costly. Rectangular. Geometry. Small pine. Maple, small maple. You know what? I just want to see how it would look. Wait, this is Weeping Willow? Oh, isn't Weeping Willow like a big, like Doesn't it hang? Doesn't it hang more, I thought? Alright, well, in any case. Yeah, let's just see how this would look. This is... it's not actually that heavy, but yeah, this is gonna be just it's a realistic tree, but let's see how this would look. I'm pretty sure what I'll end up doing instead is like going the old route of like not a billboard tree. Also, it doesn't load. Invalid memory address. Alright, so the mesh exists. Yeah. Oh, material. There's no material. Okay. So there's a part... part. There we go. All right. Go with the chat option and do billboarding trees. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with like a 2D tree, I think. Or not 2D, but like 3D tree, but it's like planes, constructed out of planes. This is just gonna be like a big, like, realistic. Yeah, it's just, this is not. I mean, like, it's cool, but it's not. That's just not the vibe. Like, that's just, it's also laggy. I'm not even sure why it's laggy, because it's not that many triangles. It's like tanking FPS, despite the fact that it's only like 3,000 or it's like 10,000 triangles. It's not that many. Well, yeah, it's weird. Anyway, what we'll do... Yeah, can we just undo before we even went down that path? Okay, so what we're gonna do... Yeah. Oops, save. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Alright. Alright, so here, what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a tree. Now, let me take a look to see how they did trees on like the PS1. I don't remember. I don't feel like this is accurate, but all right. So according to this guy, so it's a according to this guy, the way this dude does it is basically that's pretty good. That's a pretty good tree. So it's a cone. And then you have foliage as a 2D texture that is just like placed at like intersections. That's an interesting approach. I'm not hating on it. It's pretty good. I'm wondering if I should just use these. Nah, I can make them. Yeah, so this is like a drawing on a 3D mesh. Let's see. This is Xenogears. I think. I'm trying to see, how do they do it? So these are, I think these are just sprites. All right, I think I got the general vibe of how this works. Okay. All right. Carl Otto says hello. Just joined. Hello. We're gonna be making a tree. So I think I got the general idea here. We're gonna go ahead and, yeah, I don't want to put this on the tile set. I mean, I guess I can. That would make it render faster. No, it wouldn't. Why not? Let's put it here. All right, we'll just start here. So we're gonna go ahead and do this in a couple stages. First, we're gonna make the trunk, which is, it can just be a texture. So we'll just do that, and then we'll make the foliage, which is, according to what I saw there, is like, it should probably be a little taller, something like that. We can kind of like make it a little noisy. And that's the concept. I can, where's the tool that like blurs or, yeah, messes it up? All right, we can just do that. What is the shortcut? R. Love seeing new things going into the game. Yeah, we like planned for the first hour, and now we're just like in creation mode. And actually, I like that half of the tree. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that half. There we go. I feel like I can just kind of kick this out a little bit. All right, so that's the general idea. We'll save this. Now we will go into, we'll make a cube. That will be our tree. We will scale it down like so. Snap to grid. Can we move these vertices out? These vertices out. Okay. Okay. Let's mirror this so we don't have to do so much actual work. Mirror. Whoops. Mirror. We can delete these vertices. And then we can mirror on both of those axes. Okay, so there's the tree. This is the tree base. It will go up like so. It can taper in. Like, can we snap to? Okay, there we go. So, there we go. All right, so this is the trunk, as absurd as it seems. Yeah, that's the trunk. And now we will place the foliage on the trunk. Let's reload. Okay. Let's... I actually like this half, so we're gonna move this up. Alright, so that's the general vibe of the tree. Something like that, and then we can just like mess it up just a little bit. Alright. There we go. We want it to be like that. This. Give us the tile set. It will need to be that. This can be tile set. Reset. Oops. All right. So this is going to be our kind of first attempt at this. We will vertex paint it. There's a lot of dead space. That's better. Okay. Yo, what kind of tree is this? Okay, hold on. Let me think. It's crazy how like that guy was able to get such a good result out of his approach. And I think part of it is we probably should base it off of a tree. We probably should like base it off of kind of a we should take for as inspiration an actual tree, firstly. Secondly, the foliage needs to be bigger than the trunk. And, you know, to give the distinctive tree shape. And probably more horizontal. So yeah. So this is, we're gonna base it off of this tree. I think this is a fine tree. So I'm gonna put it on my other screen for reference, and we will go at it. So if we're taking a cross section, then we probably just want to draw basically like a horizontal version of it. So something like this. So it goes out like there. And then we just kind of come up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like this, I feel like might be good. And we'll just kind of... something like that, and that should kind of get us there. We're going to clean this up a little bit. We're not going to clean it up super hard, because if it doesn't work out, we don't want to have to spend time, you know, we don't want to spend time cleaning something up that we didn't discard. So we'll just clean it up enough to kind of get the point across. There we go. That might be better. Oh, that's going to be better. Okay. Let's... This is currently one thing. Yeah, wide. Gotta get vertices. So I'm just gonna grab that guy's style. In terms of a core concept, we will make this precursor. Alright, so that is the tree. We're gonna cut out maybe the diagonals. I don't care for that much. You know what? What if we cut out... I think we want maybe 6. Well, I guess this is fine. Yeah. Let's just go for this. Go with this for now. We will export this as a GLTF. And we will see how this looks. Tree is better now. I think so. I think it's better. We'll see. I'm layering effects on top of prop gold bars to make them shine and glow. They were dull to hide camera equipment. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so this actually does like render. That's good. It actually does look really convincing, actually. There's visual glitches, as you can see, and this is caused by a problem that I have with Tetra, which is fundamentally the issue basically the fundamental issue rather is essentially that when we draw something that has clip alpha enabled, basically means it's discarding it should discard the triangle discard the fragment if the alpha is 0, and draw the texture if the alpha is greater than 0 or 1, whatever. It works fine. The problem is that there's no discard function in Kage, in Ebiton's shader code. So if, for example, in this example, this triangle draws first, then this triangle draws, or these triangles draw. But because there's no discard function, they are overriding this triangle with clear. So that's why it looks so bad. So I gotta fix that, which I will be happy to do once we actually have the things I need to fix it, which is discard. But for now, this is okay. We'll just use, instead of clip alpha, we will use transparent, I guess. And just go with that for now, because I can't think of an alternative. Or not, I can't think of an alternative. There is no alternative. Like there's only so much we can do. For now. Let's see. Alright, so that does render. That's good. However, there are visual glitches because the triangles aren't drawing in the correct order, I believe. So how do we fix that? We can use multiple things like this. But like these triangles are on this one, and then these triangles are on this draw call. So that might help out. What about stacking them on top of each other instead? Do you mean like going for like the fur shader effect where they like, it's like do you mean like it's a voluminous like 3D shape, or do you mean something else? That didn't really solve the problem, although it kind of did. Oh, it's because there's no backface culling. That's why they're like drawing on top of each other. That honestly, that doesn't look that bad. We don't want backface culling actually. Oh, it's because you can see. Oh, yeah, that's true. Alright, that might be fine for now. What we'll do is we'll just start like drawing on the tree to make it a little bit more detailed. That might help to kind of like mask the visual lighting issues. Let me pull up, where'd that tree go? Tree? I will put it over here. So it's light on top and it's dark elsewhere. Actually, it might be better if I do it kind of like I'm painting. Okay. That's way too dark, dude. Can we get like a darker green anywhere? We may not. Okay, understood. I guess we'll use this as the darker green and then the other color as the darkest. So something like this should kind of get the point across, I think. And then like we can go for a dark. I don't know why this green is so dark, to be honest. I guess that's fine. We'll just make our own green. It's fine. Okay. Alright, so this is the general... Wait. What, more dots here? Like that, I think. And then, like, fewer dots down here. And a few more, I think, on the edge. Alright, and now what we're going to do, we're just going to use the R tool to just mess it up a little bit. Just kind of blend them together. I think this is actually going to look rather good. Can we keep that green pretty solid there? I think it might need to be cleaned up, but I think overall it's going to be a pretty convincing effect. I guess that's fine. We can try to get a little bit of control here. Like this. There we go. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We can kind of clean this up a little bit more again. Ooh, this is... Whew! Ah! This is actually kind of sick. Can we get maybe a darker green in this area? Not that dark. Can we... You know what? Can we just get like... Wait, can we push this a little bit bluer? Make it a little bit darker. A little bit bluer, a little bit darker. Thank you. And then can we get another level here? There we go. Alright, I don't like this dark blue, I don't think. Can I bring up the... yeah. I guess it's fine. Let's try that. Also, we can probably do something like... this. Bonk. All right, something like that. You know, give me a little bit of a wood texture here. Okay. All right, that should kind of get us there. We're kind of fogged, guys. I think we might be cracked. I think, if I do say so myself, I think we might be kind of cracked. Shift Enter doesn't work on YouTube. I don't know what Shift Enter is. I'm not familiar with what you're referring to. Yeah, something like that. So we have just a little bit more room, I guess. Or no, we don't have to do that. We can just use this and then just stretch that out like that. Actually, rotate it. Stretch it out. Rotate it. Actually, I like both of that. I think it should be needs to be taller, which makes sense because this is the height of the thing. So, and then also we can kind of like. And we got a vending machine to make. We got a crane. I don't know if I'll get to the crane today, but or on stream. But we have a lot to do. Grab. Thank you. All right. Shift Enter usually works to, hold on. Do we need to? Oh, it's too wide. I see. So we don't need that. I see. That was the issue. Okay, so then we can cut this off, basically, like we can cut it off. This is so cursed. This like sliver, this like just random cutting off of things. The tree starts really low, actually. It starts like, of course I can see it. Why am I comparing it? Why am I trying to look at the 3D modeler when I can look at it here and see where it ends? I could probably just do that and then all that. Yeah, that's fine. Flip it. Better. I think that'll be pretty good, actually. Let's export this and see how it does, dude. That tree took so little time. It's crazy. It took just a little bit of doing. Frick, man, when it gets good, if I could just get the shading correct, or the sorting correct. Let's see. Let me see. Let me take a look at the code because it should be sorting correctly, I believe. These are all on different, excuse me, draw calls, right? Hold on, let me think. Let's add a new feature to Tetra. That allows us to see not the draw order, but the draw call count. All right. Okay. Other than sorting, it looks great. Thank you. Yeah, I think it looks great. It's just the sorting is not great. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a new feature that basically says we will camera that world screen model that world position, and then length model dot mesh parts. All right. That debug draw debug draw point of all visible models underneath the root. No. Okay, cool. Cool. So we're gonna use this to basically determine how many draw calls are happening. It should be proper, but it doesn't seem like it is. Zadex says, can you look at this link? It's the example of the sprite stacking I was talking about. I can't see the link in the chat. It might be like filtering it. I do not have, I don't think I have it. Do I have it where you can't? Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see an option to like disable. Like, let me see, YouTube live streaming. Yeah, post. And there's a checkbox where. We're still blocked. Stream options. I don't see any option to disable even spam. I'm pretty sure I enabled that feature, but I don't remember where it is. Use the Discord? Yeah. I guess you'll have to use the Discord to post the link. Sorry. Unless, is it here? It is here. Okay, hold on. There's no, I don't have it enabled. All right, let's try that. Go ahead and try posting. Go ahead and try posting that link again. I'm not sure if whatever I did anything, but maybe it did. Tags, language. Yeah, let's see if that works. I'm not sure. Now what we'll do, this may not draw. Okay, scene. Okay. Order. I did try again. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't see any like even attempt to post anything. That's weird. Like at the very least, I would assume. Hold on. Sorry. At the very least, I would assume, I guess, that if it doesn't work, it would like let me know rather than just silently like deleting the comment. But it seems like it's just deleting the comment. It's unfortunate. Sprite stacking. If you're talking about, let me see if I can I know wait, what's the name of the software? Is it like Sprites or something? Sprite Stack. Is it Sprite Stack? Is that what you were talking about? This software that like allows you to make 3D models by stacking sprites in 3D. I can post links. I just, of course, but it's just like, can I at least get an indication that you tried to post a link and it didn't work? Debug draw count. Cool. From YouTube, that'd be good if it could. Alright, let's see if this works. It does not. What do I call it? Debug draw call count. Alright, so this is draw order, this is draw call count. So right, okay, I think this is right. Okay, so this one draw call. One draw call. This should be like 3, 4. Yeah, okay, so there's 4 individual draw calls here. Alright, that's right. That's one draw call. But that should be 2. Is it not 2? Okay. Let's see. Because, yeah, the cones I thought were 2 draw calls. Are they not 2 draw calls? There's 1 and 2, yeah. Why was it 1? Alright, let's see. What we will do... In any case, it did prove that this is drawing correctly. So it's back to front. Hold on, let's see, scene. Debug drunk. Well, if it's gonna be like this, then what we will do, and there's a couple of things I probably would like to do actually. This can come down closer here. Oh yeah, we can get some like speckled stuff here as those leaves. Alright, but that's basically it. Okay, so what's the issue here? And we can't just make it opaque. I don't think we can we? Also, I'm tired of walking over here. Let's just move the player. Move them there. You could not use alpha and just model the edges. Nah, that'd be too costly. You're probably gonna make this work anyway. My internet crashed after I tried again, so I just gave up on it. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I would model the edges, but I think it would be too costly. So this is what happens if we don't use like clip alpha or anything. The triangles are drawing, but they're drawing there's also no collision. Triangles are drawing, but they're drawing like they're erasing what's underneath. The transparency is working, but it's erasing what's underneath. So that's why we need to use opaque, or I'm sorry, alpha blend or alpha clip. Can we use alpha? It does alpha. Well, I guess if you could use alpha clip and just draw the faces in reverse order, or rather. Well, yeah, I don't want to do that, though. I mean, I guess I could, though. Let's go back to alpha blend. If we can use alpha blend and then just sort the triangles correctly, then we're good. Like, we solved it. So let's just try to do that. Let's see. So 0, 1, 2. Let's see. 8. So if this triangle is 0. Wait, is it like... Hold on, I might be on the track of something. Let me see. 3. It works on the fence, I thought. The fence doesn't like you don't see it intersecting with itself that much. That might be why you don't notice. But it does not work on the fence. Oh, you can see he's cutting through. That's interesting. All right, so let's see. So it should be drawing from back to front. So 0, 1, 2. Oh, I see. Okay. I think I see. Hold on. I think I might be sorting the objects incorrectly, because I think in this circumstance, okay. All right, I know what's going on. This is my own rendering system, so now I understand. The problem, I believe, is when we split these when we're putting different triangles or different planes into these different buckets, into these different slots in Blender, they're being put into their own render draw calls. But when we go to render it, it's rendering them all and sorting them back to front, but it's sorting them based on the object position, which is normally fine, but because these all have the same object, the drawing is incorrect. So in other words, we should be fine to just remove the extra slots and just have all of the leaves in one slot. That way the triangles will render in back to front because they'll all be in a single draw call. So this should fix it. My bad. Yeah. It did not fix it. Whoops. Let's see. Where, dude? Wait. Hold up. Although it does look a little bit better, but it's still not bright. Yeah, I don't like those dark colors. I think I'll take that out. Let's see, what is the issue here? Zero, one. Yeah, I think it's not drawing them correctly. It's not drawing them in the right order. Like, this triangle is 28, and even when I rotate it, it's not really changing order. It's always 30. Like, if this is 31, then here, this one should be 31. It should draw on top, right? But for some reason, it's not. So how is it being sorted? Does it work from farther away? It might. Let's see. Let's see. Are we not sorting the triangles? Okay, so for render pair. So we're sorting the right distance. Okay. Oh, it's transparent solids. We render all the solids, then we render all the transparents. Then these are only 3 planes versus 6. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Skip triangles. Lie outside of the view. Let's see. Triangle list. Is established here. Trying to depth. Vert.transformed 3. Triangle sort mode. Back to front. That is correct. It should be sorting back to front. Okay. I think I have an idea. It might be better to do this the other way. Try depth equals map.max float 64. Less than. Okay. Let's try this. Let's try this. Get it? I hope you're glad you're watching my stream. You probably need each plane to be 4 triangles. I'm not sure if that would really change anything. Okay, that's better. That's exactly better. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at I can explain why what I changed fixed it, because basically the way I was doing it is I was comparing to determine if a triangle was further than another triangle, I was comparing the furthest point of the triangle. But as you can see, like these triangles join on the same point. So like this triangle and this triangle are equally far. Like this triangle I can't turn on the wireframe view because I don't have it turned on. But this like lower quadrant of the leaves is composed of two triangles, probably like this, one here and one here. So these two triangles basically have the same far point. Instead, I'm comparing the closest point now, which seems to be a little bit better. Let's take a look at and I think this is how I was doing it previously, like before when I was working on this previously. So let me take a look at the house, see if that still looks okay. Yeah, it looks the same. Okay, so we should be good with that change. All right, well then this is good. We have a tree, dude. We got a tree. Trees are nice. Trees are fun. Trees are cool. Yeah. So I might make it bigger, like taller, or maybe I should make it smaller. I don't. Well, let's just make it so you can't walk into it. How about that? That seems like it might be a good idea. Let's make it collision string triangles. Or actually, let's make it just AABB, so you just can't walk into it. Now we can just like put this sucker everywhere. Excellent. Let's export this. Did I not put a tree? Did I not? I didn't put a tree. Never mind. I thought I put a tree there. Is it really this big? I guess it is this big. Wow. Okay. So you can't get anywhere close to it. This will not work. It needs to be smaller. Like the AABB box needs to be smaller. This is just too huge. Like, I'm nowhere near it. So yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's undo that. What we will do instead is we will make a collision box for the tree, and then we will make this collision AABB. String AABB. Probably just the trunk, exactly. I think that's fine. We will make it. Might be fine. Let's. Can we make it wireframe? Yeah. All right. Now this should work. Let's actually go back. This will be collision. There we go. Cool. I also want it to be... Do I have a shadow? I think I do have a shadow thing. Let's do this. Oops. Hold on. There we go. Add plane. Alright, so that should kinda do it. Yeah. I think that'll kinda do it. Shadow, we want it to be backface scrolling, it doesn't matter. We want it to be alpha blend. Export it as a GLTF. Let's see if this works. Maybe. It most certainly did not work. Oh, I forgot to put the image on. Oh yeah, and this needs to be transparent or invisible. Okay, I was going to, let's make this Boolean. Integer is fine, I guess. It did not work, but it has them aesthetics. Save, export, GLTF, cool. I was going to maybe work on something else, but I feel like I want to work on the add-on, or work on an add-on to just make this, why is it totally invisible? It's because this guy is invisible, that's why. Invisible. Set invisible false true. Where did I... What do I have that's invisible? I don't remember. Camzoon NPC. Okay. And tree collision. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. This is going to be false false now. There we go. It's not perfect, but it does look pretty good. Shadow's way too heavy, but I mean, like, overall, this is the aesthetic I'm looking for. This is pretty much it. Yeah. Can't walk into it. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Shadow's a little too, it's a little too heavy. It's a little too heavy. Or very too heavy, but I think it's okay. Let's, what's the, is it control E? There we go. Subdivide. That might help us out. Yeah, alright. Save. Export, JLTF. Yes, please. Oh yeah, it's too, the shadow is too heavy. Shadow's too heavy. I gotta figure out what to do about that. Alright, so that fixed that issue. Shadow is too heavy. What can we do about that? We can change the... Where's the color? Oh, base color's here. Wait, do we have the mix? Yeah. Okay, let's try this. I don't think this will work, but let's see. Let's see how this comes out in the GLTF file. Export. Maps, shadow. Yeah, so it's got a texture, but it doesn't have any color. There's no real easy way to do this, is there? Like, we can't, like, change how much the texture applies to the thing. We'll say alpha. I guess we'll do it this way. Something like that. All right. So, what we'll do, let's start writing down the things that we will need to implement here. So custom properties that are easy to set and copy between objects. This is what we want in the add-on, in the Petra 3D add-on. Custom properties that are easy to copy and set and copy between objects. Physics settings or collision settings, and also alpha slider, or yeah, I guess alpha slider. Maybe just color, additional color modulator, materials. Well, we don't have to. We can just put this in here. Like that. Okay. I just want to write it down so I don't forget. Okay. So where are we? What are we doing? Where are we? Where's the... Not using master plan to write things down. Well, this is my plan for my game. This is my game plan. I don't want to write it down here. I want to write it down. This is... We're doing stuff here. This is content. This is the engine. That's the idea. All right, so we will do. Oh, invisibility. Yeah, invisibility. Okay. So what I did there, actually, before I forget, so I set alpha here to be 0.5. I'm just gonna go over to here, where I load my resources or assets. Where I load my GLTF stuff, library. Okay, so I'm gonna say for mat in range library.materials if mat dot tags get alpha is nil. Mat dot color a equals alpha dot float 64. Can't use this float. Oh, well, float 32, but it's a float 64. Okay, something like that. So this should allow us to use a property called alpha to basically control how much it influences the color. So I think that is working. Let's change it to like just something real light, 0.2. Save, export. So on our add-on, this would be like an additional color spinner that basically, there we go. That's what we want to see. All right, well that's cool. This is working. We're slowly getting there. We're slowly filling out the entire game. We got a tree that we are gonna. I forgot. We don't want this dark. I mean, maybe we could do this, but we have to basically just like use it pretty much constantly, and use the middle color as like an interpolation color, an anti-aliasing color. So it's more of a dramatic thing. So we can still use the colors, but we can't use them like we're using them sparingly here. They have to be pretty much aggressively applied. So I guess we can just do it like that. Something like this. Something like that. Okay. Yeah, something like this should kind of get us what we want. Gvindux says something. I'm not sure. I don't know what you're referring to. Maybe another language? No, it looks like Garbo. Don't like that at all. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, so we're just gonna lose that dark color. There we go. Oh, we can kind of like mess this up a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right, so yeah, we made some progress. Where's my? Can you sync? May I please see what I'm doing? All right. Well, in any case, let's just toss it. There we go. Reload. All right. So now what we'll do? That tree, man. That tree is not bad. I'm happy with the tree. The trunk looks like garbage. Looks like kind of like hot garbage. If you ever seen any hot garbage before, it looks like that. Can I grab the tree? Why can't I grab the tree? Oh, it's on this side. Okay. So it's these two. Okay. Let's move over. Yeah, that's a little bit better. A little bit. Okay. All right. So we got some trees, we got some cones, we got this little construction area with the fence. We fixed the issue with the engine rendering. Possibly that might be fixed. We'll have to see if it actually is fixed or not. Yeah. It's been 3 hours. Do I want to keep going? Making a Python add-on is like, do I really want to do this? Do I want to do this now? Let's see. I mean, we're kind of cracked, man. We're kind of cracked. All right, we're making some progress here. Visibility, color modulator for materials, collision settings, custom properties. Maybe we can start on like visibility, because that would be relatively easy to do. How would this even work? I see. Okay, that's how it would work. All right. Let's do it. I guess. Let's see. Add-ons. How do we design an add-on? I know I've done this before, or at least I've worked with add-ons before, but I've done it so rarely that I don't remember how to do it, like how to write one. Let's see. So I'm gonna probably need a sim link to where I'm designing the add-on in the Tetra 3D folder, so that Blender will automatically reload it whenever I need it to. Okay, let's see. By ops. Copy to the clipboard, access data paths. So I won't need a script. I'll need an add-on because I want to have buttons and stuff. Some of Blender's functionality is best kept optional. I don't think I can say a BL info variable which Blender uses to read metadata such as name, category, author. And unregistered Excuse me. Okay. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can kind of get cracking a little bit on this. All right, so we'll just start off with this, I guess. Pi or init pi if it's a Python module. We won't need an entire module, I think, so we'll just do it like this. BL info. Description. All right. Well, I won't do all of this. Actually, considering what this needs to do, 1.0 is probably going to be the start of it. Blender 2 or 3 0. Let's see. No, let's see. We want this add-on to be in a few places actually. Sometimes when the new functionality can be found. All right. Well, I guess one place will be object. Like in here. I gotta. Yeah, this is gonna be too hard to do in one sitting. I have to look up a lot. I have to read a lot to get this to work. So I'm not gonna do this right now. This is for another time. But the next time I stream to Wednesday, I might be able to say like, oh hey, I was able to get the add-on up and running, and now we have like visibility toggles, and we have properties that you can define here, and stuff like that. Because I remember now that it's like you can define your add-on to work in the menu or in the properties section, and that's an entire like other way to kind of indicate that. So I'm going to do that next time. I'm going to do that, maybe have that up for next time so that we can easily set these things without using properties, because I'm losing, well, using time, not losing time. I'm using time to do that when it could be done for me. Like it could just be like, oh hey, just check it off, or hey, select all these things and set the property, copy it, whatever. That would be good. But overall, this is pretty good. We just have to make the vending machine, the cranes, the toolbox, a quarter over here for some reason, a pot rather, a guy on his property, maybe other houses, and that's basically it for this map. And then we'll be defining the scripts and making it all work together. We also need to implement an inventory management system. So you can, say like, oh, bring up an item or look at it or use it or whatever. So it's going to be pretty similar to I Know Who I Am, in that you'll just have probably a list of items that you can just kind of summon on command. And and then the other menu is going to be the options menu / quit, or save or load, you know, that kind of stuff. So we're not going to have a super complicated GUI. It's going to be relatively simple, but it should be functional and it should work well. So I'm excited. We managed to get a lot done today, and I am eager to work on it some more after I get something to eat. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching. I've been SolarLune. I've been here for like 3 hours, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take a break, come back to it later, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you want to support development of Master Plan, which is going to get a new update, I think today as well. But if you want to support development of that, if you want to support development of this game, Tetra 3D and stuff, please check out the links in the description for my Patreon, my itch, and Steam pages for Master Plan, which is a great project planning tool, which is what I'm using to plan this game, and it's looking pretty good. It's working really well, actually. But yeah, please check out those links. I'll catch you guys on the flip side next time, and thank you very much for checking me out, for watching this stream. Alrighty, see ya.